What is going on, guys? I'm going to bring you guys a very quick and short, sweet update on Spell Token. Go ahead and smash the like button, hit the subscribe button if you would. It helps out a ton hitting that like button, man. Just smash the heck out of it. We're going to jump right into this update, okay? This is going to be super quick. So, guys, the markets are going down, right? Obviously, we know what's going on. If you pay attention at all, unless you're living under a rock completely. I mean, I pretty much live under a rock, but you got to really be living under a boulder if you don't know what's going on in the markets right now with Ukraine and Russia and, you know, just everything that's happening. Bitcoin seeing a little bit of a relief rally here. What could that mean for Spell Token? Well, we're going to look at this. I have it on the 4-hour chart real quick. Let's jump in here and take a look at what I had previously. I don't know if you guys remember this, but I did talk about this either in one of my last videos for Spell Token, or I was talking about it in possibly a live stream. But I did have this little wedge pattern drawn in here, guys, for Spell Token. And you can see after breaking out of that, I did actually have a measured move here for Spell Token, and that is simply just a measurement of this this pattern, right? That's simply just a measurement of that pattern, drug over there to that breakout point, and you can actually see that where we came to was 0.0035. That is actually exactly where we dropped to here was that target, okay? So what I want to look at, though, is where we could go here in the short term, and then we're going to zoom back out, guys, and I'm going to give you a bullish, yes, a bullish price prediction for Spell Token that will be more of a longer term price prediction, and it will depend on a few factors that we're going to talk about here in just a second, so don't go anywhere. But first of all, we did not actually come all the way down to the support line, which is something that I kind of figured we would do. We didn't actually come all the way down there, so what I'm thinking could potentially happen in the short term is we bounce up here, possibly get resistance up here from some of these EMAs and these indicators, and then get a little dead cat bounce and then a fall back down to actually come down and test that support. That would just make sense to me. That of course depends on what happens, you know, with the markets overall. If Bitcoin starts to go pretty bullish or something, then we could actually see Spell Token take off from where it's at now. But if we do like I mentioned and we drop down here to test that support, that's going to put you down at about 0.0021775, right there at about 0.002 cents, guys. Obviously not financial or investment advice. Got to put this in here. Invest at your own risk. You guys know this, but I have to let you know I'm not a financial advisor, and you should definitely do your own research and invest your money at your own risk. Now let's talk about where we could go to the upside. First of all, on the 4-hour time frame, like I said, a quick little move up and then a bounce here would make perfect sense to me. If that happens, and if it doesn't happen, either way, we can look at our resistance levels here to pay attention to. The first thing I want to do is just extend this line on out, maybe drop it down here just a little bit to connect that wick right there. Possibly drag it on up here even to touch this wick up here, and then that actually gets you a nice little potential resistance line here to look at for Spell Token. If we connect this wick there, if you look at that, you know, I connected this wick here, connected this resistance, and then I connected this resistance up there. So that's 3 or 4 touches or so or more on the 4-hour time frame. And if we look at that resistance, that can give us some short-term resistance ideas, and it actually lines us up with what I just mentioned earlier about coming up here inside of this ribbon and getting rejected. That downtrend resistance line is going to line you up with that ribbon as well. So that's my case there for that pullback there. Now let's go ahead and zoom back out just a little bit more here on the 4-hour time frame, and let's take a look at this broader pattern here, because basically, guys, you know what we're looking at here. We're looking at a long-term descending wedge pattern. Descending wedges do typically, as you guys mostly probably know, break to the upside. So if we do manage to break this downtrend here, or if we come up, test it, and then get a bounce here, next area to test is going to be this yellow line here, and that's going to also actually looks like line you up here with the potential area of this downtrend on this major pattern. That's going to put the price for resistance to test up around a penny, guys, for Spell Token, right there at a penny. The first area of resistance, in my opinion, is going to be at about 0.008, and then of course right there at a penny, guys, right there at 1 cent is going to be the resistance up here at this downtrend resistance line. Now let's talk about the idea of a bullish target for Spell Token if we break out of this major longer term pattern here, guys. That's the real question. So let's take a look at that. Basically, you know what we'll do. We will measure the measurement here, but first I'm going to put it on the daily. That way we can see this chart a little better. But guys, this could easily break up out of this. Now, we could potentially fill it out some more. We see this happen all the time, right? Before actually breaking out, we could potentially see this fill out some more, guys. We could come up and get rejected by that resistance we just talked about, come back down, test the support a couple times before actually breaking out, depending on the overall state of the markets, the sentiment going on with Bitcoin, what's going on with the war and the interest rates, and just a lot of other stuff outside of the technicals are playing a factor. So you have to keep all that stuff in mind, guys, too. But looking at Spell Token, I'm still holding my Spell tokens. I'm down just a little bit, but I'm holding on to them just because I do believe once this thing does start to reverse, it's going to bring us some juicy gains, guys. The only thing is, you could speculate the bearish case here before we take a look at the bullishness. You could speculate the bearish case if you break this support, and then start to trade lower down into the negatives here. That's always a possibility, guys. Crypto can just, this can just keep going down. We have seen other projects, other tokens do this, but most of the time those projects are just pump and dump schemes that were created for the purpose of being a pump and dump scheme, right? Whereas Spell Token actually has a use case. It's in the DeFi sector. Seriously think that it could still have huge potential. So just to keep that in mind, though, you always have to think about the bearish case, right? If you do break the support and start to go lower, that is a possibility, but we're not going to talk about that unless this support's broken. If that support's broken, then I'll start analyzing some even more bearish ideas. But let's go ahead and put in this measure move target here for Spell Token on the daily time frame, and we're going to just measure our pattern here. I'm not going to really be conservative with it. We're going to measure the full length, the full width of our pattern here, and then we're going to drag it over here to a potential breakout point. Now, like I said, depending on where you broke out could change this target, right? So say we break out sooner than expected, right? Say we break out approximately, this would put us at about March 25th, guys. This would put us at about March 25th. Say we break out about closer towards the end of March, okay? That's going to give you a target up here around 0.034. So right there at about 0.035, actually. So 3.5 cents is going to be the target there. Now, like I said, if we get rejected here instead of breaking out, and we fill this out some more before breaking out, we can move our target, our measured move here. We can move our measurement down, and once we actually get a confirmed breakout, we can move this measurement to that actual breakout to determine a more accurate target. Right now, this is just speculation since we haven't actually broken out of this pattern yet. But that would just get you a little bit lower of a target right there below 3 cents at about 0.029, 0.028. So really, we're looking at up here around 2.5 to 3.5 cents potentially as a target for this breakout of this massive descending wedge or falling wedge pattern, excuse me, on the daily chart for Spell Token. And remember, guys, once again, not financial or investment advice. Please invest at your own risk, guys. I'm not a financial advisor, just giving you guys my opinion of what could happen here, but I'm going to go ahead and just put a general target in there. We're going to keep that in there for now. This is, like I said, a little bit more long term. Could take a month or more for this to play out. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. If you are new and you love cryptocurrency, you are in the right place. Check out the other videos. Check out the links in the description. Check out averagejoecrypto.io. Join the Discord, and I'll see you in the next video. Did I say smash the like button? Smash the like. I appreciate it very much. See you guys next time.